Hello everybody, Denise with Lazy K Homestead. Well, I'm going to make my chili, which is an easy pantry recipe from what you've got in your pantry. You don't have to go out and buy anything special. So what this takes is about a pound of hamburger, one large onion. Now, garlic is optional. I've got fresh garlic because we do grow it, so I've got it dried. But if you want to use garlic powder, that's fine. Or if you have garlic salt, that's fine. But remember to taste it before you go ahead and salt it, because that does have a lot of salt in it. It takes 1 quart of crushed tomatoes, which I can, and I've got on hand. And I also have 1 quart, which would be 2 pints of canned kidney beans. And you can use any kind of beans you want, but we have kidney beans on hand. And ketchup. Ketchup is like the sugar. I just like the flavor it gives. Salt and pepper, and I use Maxine chili powder. I really love this. You can get it in Walmart. Sometimes it's hard to find, but we love this the best. And you can make your own chili powder too if you want to. But Willis likes this the best, so we do keep this on hand. Okay, what I've got here is 1 pound of ground beef, or hamburger. And this is something that we had on hand. It was farm raised and it was given to us. I believe we bartered some honey for it. Bartering is really a good way to get things. It's kind of trading, you know. If you want this and they've got that, and you go ahead and you just trade it. It's something that's been around for years and years and years. I do that a lot with eggs and soap, things like that people want. I'll just trade it. So it's kind of a neat way. So let me see if I can put this tripod down a little teeny. Alrighty. I've got everything already chopped up, just waiting for my hamburger to fry. And I fry the hamburger first. I don't put my onion in with it. I do that later because I like to skim off some of the fat that's on this hamburger. It is pretty fatty. Now you can buy, ground chuck at the store and hardly have any fat. So it's clearly up to you. And this recipe will feed probably a family of 5 or 6. I mean, 1 bowl of chili a piece. It's very hearty. If you wanted to serve, bread or crackers or a salad or whatever you wanted to serve with your chili. But that's how it is. We're just a family of 2. And this pan here will last 3 nights if I wanted it. So, and that would be for two bowls each, if that makes any sense. Okay. It takes probably a half hour to make this recipe. And if you wanted to make it ahead of time, you could make it ahead and freeze it. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I could can it. I'm not a real fan. This is my personal opinion, but I'm not a real fan of canned hamburger. I don't like the taste of it, but that's just me. So if you wanted to can this afterwards in your pressure canner, I would can it for about 90 minutes because of the meat. Now, if you wanted to make it up and can it without the meat, it would be about 75 minutes. And I have done that before. So that's clearly up to you. So, okay, I've got my hamburger just about halfway fried. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to skim off some of this oil or grease that the hamburger has produced, as I don't want all of that in my chili. Now, fat is flavor, so I'm not going to skim all of it off, because I do want some of it in there, because I'm going to add my onion and my garlic and let that fry the rest of the way. So this is about halfway done. If you notice it, it's a little pink. Okay, so I was able to skim quite a lot of fat off. There you go. And you can just discard that however you want to. But don't put it down your sink, you guys, because it will clog your sink up. I usually give it to my dogs out there. They like that in their food. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but that's something that we do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 large chopped onion and 2 small cloves of garlic, or 1 large, whatever you've got on hand. And like I said before, if you've just got powder, garlic powder, or garlic salt, add that in there. Okay, we're going to go ahead, I'll turn it up a little bit and just let this cook down until the onions are translucent, or you can see through them nice and tender. And that won't take long. I'm going to go ahead and put a lid on here and let that happen, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, I've got my onions to where they are nice and see-through or translucent, and now I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. That's how easy this is. And like I said, it's recipes from your pantry. So I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 quart of crushed tomatoes and just let that mix around in there. I just love this recipe. I don't know if you guys love chili as much as I do, but it's always been one of my favorites. Whenever it was my birthday growing up, my mom would always ask us what we wanted for our birthday dinner, and I always said chili. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add pepper, and I'm just going to do a few shakes because this is cracked pepper, so it's a little bit stronger, I think, than just regular pepper. So maybe, I don't know, a 1/4 teaspoon. Oh, let me add some salt. And I am going to just do like a pinch of salt, so about that. And you can always add salt later. I try to watch my salt. Willis likes a lot of salt, so we kind of cook accordingly. All right, and now we're going to add the chili powder. And I do add a lot of this because we love the flavor. And one thing I like about this Maxine is it almost makes your chili creamy, I guess you would say. Kind of thickens it a little bit, but that's, let's see if I can get it over there. That's what it's called, Maxine. All right, and I'm going to add probably a half of this container. And because we do like it, and it is 2 ounces, so at least 1 ounce of the Maxine. And I'm going to mix that around. Oh, it just smells so good. All right, once it's mixed around, I'm going to go ahead and add my beans. And you're going to let this cook for probably 20 minutes just to get all the flavors to marry. Now, if you, you have your canned vegetables from the store, then this is 2 pints. And like I said, you guys can have whatever kind of beans you want. Sometimes I add pintos, sometimes I have white beans, sometimes I have black beans. It all just depends. These are a little bit stuck in the bottom there, which they do. There they go. The challenge of the beans coming out of the jar. All right, there we go. And you just mix all that up. Let me see if I can get you a little bit closer here so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. And you just mix that all up. And you guys know I'm a messy cook, so. All right, and I'm going to turn this on medium-high. And I'm going to put my lid back on. For a minute. Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and add my ketchup now. This is just generic ketchup. Everything's so high right now. And I do about 3 pretty good squirts. And I usually, if I don't have ketchup, I'll add a little sugar because it does tone down the acid flavor of the tomatoes. So there you guys go. That is chili. How fast was that? Everything that's in your pantry. It's always good to try to keep your pantry stocked up with things that you know that you're going to make for your family that you like. That's what we do. We try to can accordingly and have whatever things that we know we can put together a meal really fast. So I'm going to let this cook, and I will be back in about 20 minutes. Okay, here we are 20 minutes later. You can see it's nice and bubbly, and it is thick. It made a lot of nice juice. So here is that wonderful chili. Now, I wanted to say at this point, too, you guys, if you want to taste test it and just see if it needs a little more of something, that's what I do right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of my red pepper. This is cayenne that we grew and dried. And I usually chop it up in my dehydrator. And I'm not going to put a ton of it in there, but I'm just going to put a few flakes. And remember, the seeds are the hottest. And I think that is just about it. I'm going to mix that around just a bit. And let me serve this up. And let me get a little bit closer so you guys can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Love chili on a cold winter day. Okay, that is just about a little over a cup of chili. There you go. It was fast and easy, and if you want to sprinkle a little bit of cheese on that, oh man, so good. So I hope you guys will try this recipe. And like I said, it's an easy pantry cooking recipe. Try to keep your pantry stocked if you guys possibly can. What I do is, if there's something on sale, and I try to look at, you know, the store flyers, and I have the local grocery stores send their app to me, what's on sale every week, and I try to shop accordingly. Now, we don't go to the grocery store every week. I try to go maybe twice a month, depending on what's on sale. A lot of it is meat, but if they have canned goods, I stock up on that kind of stuff because you can never go wrong, because you can cook from your pantry. You don't have to run to the grocery store, and with the prices going up and up and up, you've got it right here. So I hope you'll enjoy. Here you go. Wonderful chili. So y'all have a great day. Like, share, and subscribe if you would. I'd really appreciate it. Bye. Denise at Lazy K Homestead. Have a great day.